Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Health Matters with Dr. Shritama Banerjee. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Now, coming to today's topic, is sunlight beneficial for you or is it harmful? One by one, I shall be discussing the points showing that sunlight is beneficial for you and the harm caused by sunlight is very much less as compared to the benefits of sunlight. Coming to the first benefit of sunlight, sunlight is essential for improving the bone health of the body. As all of you know, that vitamin D is essential for maintaining good bone strength, and vitamin D can be synthesized in the body on exposure to sunlight. Only 5 to 10% of vitamin D can be obtained from dietary sources like egg yolk, fish, or meat, and 90 to 95% of vitamin D can be synthesized on the body by exposure to sunlight. So, how much sunlight is necessary for your body to synthesize adequate vitamin D? You have to sit out for around 10 minutes, anytime between 10 a.m. in the morning to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, for your body to synthesize adequate vitamin D in India. And you have to sit bare bodied. That is, you have to uh, expose a lot of areas of the skin to because vitamin D will be synthesized only in the sun exposed areas of the skin, not over the clothing. And how much is the normal amount of vitamin D which is required? Normal amount of vitamin D required is greater than 20 nanogram per milliliter, or in different unit greater than 50 nanomole per liter. And if you want to sit outside for a longer period of time, then you have to sit in the early morning before 9 o'clock in the morning uh, for around 20 to 30 minutes. That will also give you adequate vitamin D. Next, coming to the second benefit of sunlight, sunlight exposure on the body results in the synthesis of a hormone known as serotonin, which improves the mood. Lack of serotonin is involved in the pathology of several mental disorders like depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic attacks, or seasonal mood disorder. So, serotonin is synthesized in the body on exposure to sunlight. You might also notice that on uh, monsoon season, in rainy days when it has been continuously raining for long hours and you don't see the sun, then you don't feel good and your mood feels low. However, you see that on bright sunny days, uh, you feel very good. That is because of synthesis of serotonin on exposure to sunlight. Now, coming to the third important point regarding sunlight, sunlight enhances and improves the sleep quality. Now, melatonin is a hormone which is involved in the regulation of the biological clock or the circadian rhythm of the body. On exposure to sunlight, especially when the eyes are exposed to sunlight through the retina, the signal goes to the brain and the synthesis of melatonin decreases, and the body realizes that this is the time to wake up and do your duties. And during night, when there is no sunlight, there is no such signal to the retina, and melatonin synthesis increases, and then you go to sleep. So, we can realize that sunlight through melatonin is involved in regulation, appropriate regulation of the sleep wake cycle of the body, and therefore, sunlight is involved in improving of the sleep quality. Next benefit of sunlight, sunlight improves the immune system of the body, and it helps the body to fight against bacterial, viral, fungal infections. It decreases the viral load of the body in cases of serious diseases also like COVID-19 also. And in seasonal flus also. It helps the body to fight against infection. Furthermore, sunlight also helps the body to fight against serious infections like tuberculosis, typhoid, staphylococcal infections, streptococcal infections, and several other diseases. Then, coming to the next important benefit of sunlight, sunlight increases the synthesis of nitric oxide in the body, which is involved in vasodilation, that is, dilation of the blood vessels, and it improves in wound healing. It improves wound healing and decreases pain in the body. Then, coming to the next important benefit of sunlight, sunlight is involved in the treatment and prevention of autoimmune diseases. So, if you don't have any autoimmune diseases, if you get adequate routine exposure to sunlight, you will not have autoimmune diseases in future. And if you have any autoimmune diseases, then adequate routine exposure to sunlight will help in treatment of the disease for say 80 to 90%. And I'm talking about serious autoimmune diseases like psoriasis, like multiple sclerosis, like type 1 diabetes mellitus. So, sunlight is essential for treatment and prevention of autoimmune diseases like psoriasis, multiple sclerosis, type 1 diabetes mellitus, and others. Coming to the next important benefit of sunlight, sunlight, uh, children, it is very essential for children because it helps in improving the growth and increasing the final height of the children if they have adequate exposure to sunlight. Then also sunlight decreases risk of cancer. For example, breast cancer, colon cancer, endometrial cancer, and also skin cancer. Now, you might argue that skin cancer is increased in people who get sunburn. Yes, melanoma is a serious skin cancer which is found in people who get frequent sunburns. But it has been studied that among the patients of melanoma, not all of them have been exposed to more sunlight uh, or have been exposed to sunburn. So, melanoma is not triggered only by sunlight, and also um, too much of anything is bad. So, you should not expose yourself to the sunlight so much that you get a sunburn. You have to sit for appropriate time. Like I said, you must sit for around 5 to 10 minutes if you sit at in the bright sunlight at any time between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Or if you sit in the morning sun anytime before 9 a.m., then you can sit for 20 to 30 minutes, not more than that. So, too much of anything is bad. Too much of eating any type of diet is bad. Too much of drinking water can also be bad. Similarly, too much of sunlight is bad. However, the benefits of sunlight far outweigh the risks of sunlight. And so we can also, there is another important point regarding sunlight, that sunlight protects the and improves the metabolic health of the body and protects the body against serious metabolic diseases like type 2 diabetes mellitus, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. So, if you get adequate exposure to the sunlight, routine exposure, then the metabolic health of the body will improve and you will not have these diseases. So, we can safely conclude that the benefits of sunlight far outweigh the risks, and we can safely say that sunlight is beneficial for us. So, I shall be back again with another video. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.